Is fear or doubt keeping you feeling stuck in your life, stuck in your witchcraft practice, stuck in your magic, or just straight out stuck? You can't move forward with really what it is you want to do because you're feeling that something is holding you back. Maybe it's self-doubt, maybe it's feelings that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you're not allowed, that something's holding you back. And this is where the shadow work comes in. This is where going down into your subconscious mind and finding out what's really down there can help make those changes. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can use to help you with your shadow work that isn't going to bring any extra stress into your life, because shadow work really shouldn't be something that's stressful. It should be something that's healing. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. I've been on the witchcraft path for about 35 years, and shadow work has made up quite a bit of that path because it had to. I struggled a lot with fear and doubt, particularly when I was young, when I was a child, and right into my teenage years and early 20s. I had that self-doubt. I had this fear. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. I wasn't expressing myself the way I could have expressed myself. I held myself back from doing the things that I wanted to do and really allowing myself to shine. And that stopped me from really enjoying the things that I really wanted to enjoy and really 100% going for things that I really wanted to go for, because I would sabotage things. I would sabotage my success because fear would hit me and I'd pull back. So that's not something that I enjoyed, and I'm sure that's not something that you're enjoying either if you're feeling that something is holding you back from really living your best life. And as a witch, you have the opportunity to learn how you can use magic and use all these different tools to be able to transform how you feel about yourself and how you feel about yourself in relation to the world. And that's what shadow work is all about. It's helping you know yourself. It's taking that deep dive into who you are, what thoughts, what beliefs are keeping you stuck in your life, and where you're feeling the shame, where you're feeling the guilt about who you are, and changing all of that. And if shadow work is something that you're curious about, or it's something you've been following for a while, I do have a free masterclass called How to Heal Your Shadow Through Balancing Your Energy Centers. And in that masterclass, I talk all about what shadow work is and how you can do the shadow work. There's a link in the description field below this video, and you can also find it on my website, mysterywitchschool.com, under the freebies tab. Shadow work itself is that deep dive into the subconscious mind. Originally, it was about discovering those parts of ourselves that we don't want to acknowledge that we have, that we're ashamed of, that aren't socially acceptable. So there's dark aspects of ourselves, the dark aspects of humanity that we're often in denial that we have. And yes, that is a part of shadow work. But as we're becoming more knowledgeable about the way the subconscious works now, we understand that there's more than just that going on in the shadow. There's beliefs about ourselves that aren't true, that are hiding in there too. Beliefs you're not good enough. Beliefs that you're not allowed to have the things you want to have. Beliefs that the god or the goddess do not want you to have the things that you want to have. Beliefs you have to suffer in order to have the things that you want to have. All of these beliefs are in the shadow too, along with those darker aspects of humanity, such as greed and narcissism and arrogance and all of those things. So shadow work is a dive into these parts of ourselves that we keep hidden from ourselves, and parts of ourselves that we need to change because they're not helping us. They're stopping us from living our best life. So think of shadow work as going into the shadows like an owl, spreading its wings at night, going into the shadows to hunt down the rodents in the night. So think of yourself as an owl hunting down those negative beliefs that are keeping you stuck when you're doing your shadow work. So tip number 1 is start with one small fear or block. You may already know that perhaps you hold yourself back from speaking your mind, or maybe you aren't doing the things you really want to be doing in your life. You'd like to take up some particular artwork or put yourself out there more in regards to your creativity, but you're holding yourself back Pick something, just one thing. Don't try to think of everything, just one thing. And then number 2, either use a journal or what I like to use, EFT tapping or emotional freedom technique, to help you discover what it is you are telling yourself about this thing. So when you're holding yourself back from putting your art in the world, or you're holding yourself back from saying things and expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself it's not safe to express yourself, that it's not safe to put yourself out in the world? Write that down. I feel it's not safe to do it. And then what is it about that that makes it unsafe? So why is it unsafe to put your artwork out there in the world? Well, I might receive criticism and judgment, and people will, look down on me, they'll laugh at me. Write all of that down. If it's about expressing yourself, you may be afraid of people arguing with you. You may be afraid of making other people angry and having arguments with people, or again, judgment or criticism. Write it all down. Find out what's really causing the problem and stopping you from really living the life that you want to live. Because when you see it and it's clear to you, and this has been able to see in the shadows like the owl, it's easier to hunt these things down because you've already written them down in your journal. With journaling, it's about just expressing yourself. It's not about editing anything. It's not about judging yourself or anything. You're not even trying to change anything at this moment. You're just wanting to put it out there. I love to use emotional freedom technique or tapping. I have a tapping channel here on YouTube. It's at Sandra Inman Tapping. And I go through tapping on all kinds of beliefs that are in the shadows that you may be able to relate to. So when you've got some time, go onto that channel. I'll put a link in the description field below this video so you can go there and have a look at what EFT tapping actually is. Because journaling's great at uncovering what may be going on in the subconscious mind, but tapping actually can heal it. It can change it. It can flip it around. So if you've got beliefs that it's not safe for me to put my artwork out there in the world, you can use tapping to go, well, what if it is safe for me to put my artwork in the world? Or what if I can put my artwork in the world and be safe at the same time, and use EFT tapping to be able to change the subconscious programming? So number 3 is be gentle with yourself. This is a healing journey. It's not a beat yourself up journey. It's not about, oh, I'm a bad, horrible, horrible person because I have these thoughts in my head and they're dark and they're this, that, or the other. This is a healing journey. It is about healing your relationship with you, and it's not about judging yourself. It's about understanding yourself and going easy with yourself as you're looking at these things and seeing these things in your subconscious mind, and healing them so that they are no longer a hindrance to you. They're actually going to help you in some way, turn these things into a strength. It's the alchemical process. It's a magical process going into the subconscious mind and turning the base thoughts into gold. Number 4, set your intentions very gently as well. You're not going to be able to conquer all of your fears and all of your inhibitions in a short space of time. This is a healing journey, so it takes time. So allow yourself that time. Set intentions that are reachable. So find out what the beliefs are, and then just work one by one on what those beliefs are. You don't have to do them all at once. Just pick one of them that comes up when you're doing your journaling and you're looking at what you're telling yourself about why you can't put your artwork out in the world or express yourself or whatever it is that you are struggling with, and take one thing at a time. This is a slow process. So keep your intentions very gentle and one step at a time. Number 5, use magic and spells to help you with this. You can do obstacle removal spells to help you remove the negative beliefs. I have a few of those spells actually on this YouTube channel, and I will find them and put links to them in the description field below this video. I particularly love working with Hekate for this kind of work, And I've recently done videos working with Hekate to help remove negative beliefs that are keeping you stuck and then replacing them with the reframes or the positive beliefs that you want. But spells like road openers, obstacle removals, cord cutting, these sorts of spells that you can do on a waning moon are the kind of spells that can help you with your shadow work, because they will help on a subconscious level to help you make the changes. The magic will help bring up what those beliefs are that you need to change, and the techniques such as EFT and journaling or hypnotherapy or what other techniques you might like to use, NLP, can help you actually transform and change those beliefs into the ones that are going to be more helpful to you. So use your magic, use your spell casting to help you. And when it comes to the positive beliefs, you can do magic to help reinforce those positive beliefs. Write down the new reframe that you're wanting to bring into your subconscious mind. So if you've found the belief that it's not safe to put my artwork out there into the world, you can do a banishing spell, obstacle remover of that belief. So write that down on a piece of paper, light a black candle, burn that piece of paper in the flame of the black candle, and then take a white candle, take the new piece of paper and write down the reframe, which is, what if I can put my artwork out into the world and be safe at the same time? Write that down. And with that belief, you can burn that too and let it go, or you can take that piece of paper and carry it with you. Put it under your pillow. Look at it every day. Recite it over and over and over again until you really start to believe that you can put your artwork out there and be safe at the same time. And safety means that you're just telling your subconscious mind something new. Your subconscious mind is programmed to keep you safe. Your ego is programmed to keep you safe. So somewhere in your past you learned that putting your creative expression out into the world wasn't safe. Maybe you got a lot of criticism for it or a lot of judgment for it when you were younger. And so you've learned for some reason it's not safe. You've got to change that program. And the only way you can do that is to speak the language of the subconscious mind. Spells and rituals, journaling, EFT, hypnotherapy, NLP, all speak to the subconscious mind. So when you're doing a spell to change from one belief to another, you are affecting your subconscious mind. EFT, hypnotherapy, NLP are a lot more powerful at doing that, but you can incorporate these into your spell crafting as well. You can have a bit of a tapping session while you're doing a banishing spell or an obstacle removing spell. You can tap on the beliefs that you're wanting to get rid of as you're doing the spell. You can incorporate hypnotherapy into your spell casting. You don't have to do these things separately. They can all be a part of your witch lifestyle. Because let's face it, being a witch is a lifestyle. It really is. It's not just a practice, it's a lifestyle. So use your magic to help you with these things as well. Now, I also have an online course called The Wheels of Empowerment, which helps you with your shadow work, especially when you first start getting started with your shadow work, where I help you with using emotional freedom technique or tapping on the specific beliefs at each chakra level that may be keeping you stuck and stifled in your practice and in your life. And I also use ritual as well as guided meditations to help you connect to the chakras and clear those chakras. So there's different ways that you can work with your shadow self through the methods of healing, such as hypnotherapy, EFT, and ritual. And I like to put all of those together, so that's why I've come up with the Wheels of Empowerment, to bring those things together so that you can make the shifts of these beliefs at each chakra level. So for example, your fear and the doubt around yourself in the physical world is very much related to your root chakra. Any fears or any shame or guilt that you may have about your desires and your creativity in the world and what you want to create for yourself in the world, what you want to manifest through magic, is going to be your sacral chakra. And your ability to be able to assert yourself in the world and to put yourself out there and shine your light in the world without being so concerned about judgment and criticism from others is your solar plexus chakra. And your heart chakra is all about forgiveness of yourself, love of yourself. And often when we're feeling fear or feeling anxious about something that we're doing in the world, or not feeling confident or feeling something's not working, we can often feel it in our heart chakra because we're feeling that we're not good enough, which often translates to I'm not lovable enough. So working with the heart chakra can really open you up to putting yourself out there more, not just in relationships and love, which of course that's wonderful for, but also in your career and other parts of your life. Your throat chakra is your expression, your self-expression. You don't want that clogged up if you're wanting to express yourself. So there's beliefs around your ability to be able to express yourself too. And your third eye chakra is all about your vision for yourself in your life. Where are you going in your life? What do you want to be doing in your life? Where are you going next? If the lower chakras are all clogged up with these negative beliefs, this one up here, the third eye, is not going to be seeing clearly at all. And you may even find yourself stuck, not knowing where you want to go in your life, or feeling you can't go anywhere in your life because you're just so stuck. And then the crown chakra is all about your connection to spirit, the universe, the God and goddess. And we can have beliefs up there that are totally stopping you from being able to put yourself out there and have the life you really want to have, because you may believe you don't deserve it, or you're not allowed. The God and goddess won't allow you to do it. You've got to suffer more before you can achieve it. All of these things can be related to spirituality. So this is where the chakras come in and where the beliefs come in. So that's the Wheels of Empowerment. There's a link in the description field below this video for how you can sign up for that. There's also links on my website under my courses tab as well. Now let me know in the comments how you feel you need to work with shadow work. What are you hoping shadow work will help you with? And what do you feel you really need to work on when it comes to shadow work? That way then, if I haven't already done a video about it, I can do a video about it, which will help you out, and most likely all of the other people who are also sharing in that struggle too. Now, if you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Blessed be.